how's it going? It's Elena and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited because I'm bringing you guys another little episode of Buzzed In, which if you're unfamiliar, it's basically an apartment series on my channel where I show off different apartments here in New York. I talk about the decor, the neighborhoods, the price points, basically all the questions you might have. So today we're heading to the Upper West Side to go see Maitri's apartment. I actually found her on Instagram Reels, like she just popped up on my Explore page and her apartment is so cute. I immediately slid in the DMs, was like, hey, can I come through? Thankfully she said yes. She has this very cute Instagram account where she's like a blogger and a photographer, and she basically dresses up her pug just like her. It's so cute and her apartment is gorgeous. It's a great example of using a small space to its utmost potential, and it's full of colors. So I'm so excited to go show you guys her apartment. But of course, before we head there, I want to give you guys a super brief history lesson. Upper West Side roughly stretches from 59th Street to 125th Street. You can find some very famous New York landmarks there, like the Lincoln Center, Columbia University, the Cathedral of St. John the Divine. The Upper West Side was actually settled by Dutch immigrants in the early and mid 17th century. In the early 1900s, it experienced a really big building boom, which in large part was thanks to the opening of the city's first ever subway line in 1904. And now it's definitely known as an affluent, kind of primarily residential area. There's great restaurants, incredible access to the park, and definitely a lot of residents who live there and then commute downtown to work because of its great location and subway lines. So on that note, we're gonna head uptown to go see your apartment, so let's get going.
Hey Alina, welcome to my apartment. Hey guys, I'm Maitri and this is my sidekick Ari. I'm a full-time content creator for my Instagram account Honey I Dress the Pug, where I share matching outfits with Ari but also a lot of apartment inspiration. This is my kitchen. So basically, as you can see, I've added a lot of color. This is a rental, but I've done a few things in my apartment which are actually very rental friendly. Fix it when you leave the apartment, so it's not really going to mess up the space. So like you can see here, this had doors like this. You can easily unscrew them and then put them back on later. And this is a removable wallpaper. You can just easily with water just paste it on and remove it. It won't leave any marks. I just wanted to open this out because I feel like when you live in a small space, I think just open spaces makes it look bigger. So, and also I wanted to add some colors. This is a little arch that I painted recently, and I really like how it brings out this whole area. If you see here, this is my pug Ari's little food station. Completely described is what he lives for actually. Here I recently added this little bracket from IKEA, and I just painted it lilac, add some leftover paint from my apartment. And this fruit basket is from Urban Outfitters, and I really love how it adds to the whole area, especially in summer. I can just make it colorful with little fruits and stuff, so I really like that. These bar cards are super functional. They are great for storage, as you can see. And as you can see, I have colors everywhere. Even my pants go with the theme. So these little crates I recently got from this brand called Hey Design, and they're perfect for organizing. I have them at a few places in the apartment and they work really well. I have my desk over here because it's a small studio, so although it's the kitchen, I think because of this it's perfect for me to work here and still look outside. This blogger called Teza, she has this little collage kit and you get about 50 prints. I put them around the space at a few different places, and I really love how the colors go with my overall color scheme. I get a lot of questions on this table. This is from this brand called House. I really looked for this table because it's a very small space, so I wanted something very tiny which would fit in, so this was perfect. And these chairs are from a brand called In Mode. These vases are very in this season. It's from H&M. And then here are some of my travel magnets and some Polaroids from my travels, so I like to have them here so I can look at them. And then this is my entryway, and then here is my bathroom, is right by the entrance. the other room. This is basically my living room slash bedroom slash closet, everything. This here is a very special area. So I match clothes with my pug a lot, and he actually has more clothes than me. Twinning is winning is like our thing. So I finally moved into my own space and I was like, I have to get a little neon sign. So this is custom made on Etsy. I got these clothing racks. Mine is IKEA, it's a $10 clothing rack. So this is like my little special area. Dresser is also filled with Ari's clothes and accessories. Here we have all of his little bow ties and accessories, and then we have his jackets and his hoodies and his sweaters. So a lot of people have asked me previously if I have a closet or not. So I do, and this closet basically goes inside as well, so it's spacious. And this basically, I opened up the closet door and I got this thing on Walmart, I think. It's also available on Amazon, and it's perfect to hold my shoes, and I like how this whole thing is open now. This is my dressing area. So this is my special area where I sit and have my coffee. I've lived in New York for many years, and this is the first time that I have a fire escape outside my window, so I was kind of excited about that. This whole area is like my little reading nook. Something that I got very recently, it's from this brand called Mustard. I store like my little sheets, like my extra linen in here, and because my space is so small, this works really perfectly for storage. I'm always looking for like storage solutions. Also love these candles, which I recently got from a brand called Yui. I think they're based in Brooklyn. This is a little knot pillow which I added recently. It's really nice and soft and cozy. These are 4 vines from Urban Outfitters, and they really work well. I lived in London for a few years, so this is kind of special. They custom made it. So this is again the crate that I was talking about, and it holds Ari's toys perfectly. I also went ahead and painted my radiator. This is a photo from a brand called Animalist. I get a lot of questions on this as well. They've also custom made it with Ari's name over there. Special piece of art. This is another little area where I chill. Sometimes Ari loves this chair a lot, and he loves just like sitting and sleeping. Like it says, chill here, and Ari knows he should be chilling here, so he does. Grew up in Mumbai, India, and India is all about colors and, you know, festivities, a lot of like joy and happiness through colors. So I think that's kind of my inspiration. If you see my clothing or my apartment, it's always been fun, happy, positive colors, and it's just something that makes me happy, so I try to bring a lot of that into my space. So Mumbai is similar to New York, where the apartments are really tiny. So I grew up a family of 4 in a very tiny apartment, and that kind of, I've never lived in a home, only in apartments, and that kind of led me to adjust in a small space and also try to get the most out of it. So I've always lived in apartments, whether it was Mumbai, London or New York, and I kind of feel at home in a tiny space, and I know how to make the most of that little space. So that's what I've done with this one. So I feel like Upper West Side is so different from the rest of New York. It's kind of quiet, very charming. There are these streets with pre-war buildings, which makes it very beautiful. So we are so close to Central Park. So this neighborhood has tons of families, a lot of dogs because of the proximity to the park. I think it's best of both the worlds. We have great restaurants, great coffee shops, all of that. But then we also have Central Park, which is this huge green space to just go and hang out. I walk Safari every single day in Central Park, so that's amazing. I absolutely love this neighborhood. I've been here since the last 3.5 years, and I've moved to different apartments, but I've always stayed in the neighborhood and I absolutely love it. So I moved to New York first 11 years ago, and for me it was love at first sight. I moved from Mumbai, and New York had the similar vibe, the people, energy, obviously traffic, noise pollution. It was very much like Mumbai, but a slightly cleaner version. But I'm a brown immigrant, and I feel like in New York I just felt at home. I never felt out of place. I just like blended right in. So yeah, I think I'm a New York or nowhere kind of a person. Overall, I just love the vibe of New York and the energy, and you feel like you can do anything in the city.